Hello, my angel. Welcome and welcome back to Angelic Frequency Tarot. I'm Kristen, and we're going to do a reading today. But first, I was hearing a song this morning. It actually happened as soon as I opened my eyes. I heard an old Elton John song called Someone Saved My Life Tonight. And the part of the song that I heard was, "You're a butterfly. Butterflies are free to fly. Fly away." So that was just that one portion of the song that I heard, kind of on loop, playing over and over. That's how I know that it's for a reading. It's for a reason. And so we'll see if it comes out in any way in the reading, but for the most part, I feel like overall there's just a freedom here, right? An independence that's growing, and we'll take a look. We're going to start, nope, my deck. We're going to start with my deck. Blessings were on the top. See what else wants to come out. Give it a quick little shuffle. Prosperity. So we could be in a season of blessings and prosperity, but let's see what decides to come out. Split the deck real quick. All right, Spirit, what is the message? Beware of ego and release guilt. Okay, so beware of your ego at this time and release any guilt that you've been harboring. Okay. Releasing guilt. Beware of ego. There's a distraction here. Could your ego be distracting you? Holding you back? And then also on the other side, we have summon sweetness. All right, I'm hearing one more, so let's see what else wants to come out. Yeah, dream bigger. All right, so we have an ego issue here. Ground yourself at the bottom, but dream bigger. Dream bigger is what Spirit really wants to see from you. But your ego can hold you back. It can limit you if that's all you're seeing is through the eyes of your ego. And guilt could also be a part of that. Thank you. All right, we're going to go to angels and ancestors next. Spirit, what messages do we need to know? Oh, thank you. Okay. Spirit, what are the messages for this collective? Wow, that went flying. It says seer, see beyond the current situation. See beyond the current situation. Okay, so Spirit wants you to look at a certain situation differently. Go beyond it. Okay. And then we have elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So we got to break free. There's your freedom right there. Break free from ancestral patterns. Break free from the ego and release guilt. Because there's a bigger dream at play here. Thank you, Spirit. Animal Guardian is at the bottom of the deck, and it says, trust your instincts. And I think that that's a big play, right? To trust your own instincts. Don't allow your ego to take over in a certain situation, because there's a bigger dream here at stake. All right. And also stay tuned for at the end, we're going to do, I'm going to answer a burning question with my Angels Answers deck. So stay tuned. That was 444 when I said that. And fours have been coming up a lot lately, so it could be about your stability, your security, but I will answer a question that you have. that you want Spirit to answer for you. So, all right. This is the Light Seers deck, so we're going to see what further answer Spirit can give us this current situation. Thank you. Three of Wands, growth and expansion, the World, whoa, that was like a book. All right. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. Let me show you real quick. Knight of Pentacles. There we go. All right. I had a whole book right here, so we're just going to kind of lay them out like that. Okay. Put that up here. So overall, what I'm getting here is that there is a cycle that has ended, you know, maybe moving beyond this ancestral patterns. There's a cycle broken, and there's a freedom here and ascension, growth and expansion. Justice is here, so balance has been restored. And now you're just kind of in this planning mode right now. You could be having some sleepless nights. Something is keeping you awake. And then you also have this Four of Cups where it's kind of an energy of almost feeling like you don't care anymore. Like it's time. Spirit's handing you, where is it on this side? Spirit's handing you this cup. There's a hand here. And this cup is for you, but you're kind of looking off in the distance like you're just bored or you're just tired, exhausted of constantly having to fight, maybe staying up and having sleepless nights. But this energy here, because the world is here, this is completed. That has ended. That has ended. And now you're kind of in this planning and progress, expansion type of energy. You're learning. When I looked at the Hierophant, I heard you're learning how to trust yourself again. So maybe that's what's balancing out. You're learning trust. But there is an ego. There is somebody here with an ego problem. Thank you, Spirit. I heard you think your shit doesn't stink. Got news for you. It all stinks. It all stinks. So, all right. Spirit's saying to clarify. So let me grab another deck. All right. Got Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck when I grabbed it. So that is definitely a situation for somebody. Somebody has been having some big sleepless nights. A lot of sleepless nights. I feel like messages are coming to you too. And maybe even spirits. Because when I look at this one, there's all these birds, right? There's all these birds at the top. And then there's one little rogue white one. And for me, that's like spirit coming to you. But the black ones are all messages. You're getting messages late at night. So I feel like that could be keeping you up. But it's spirit soaring in to give you these messages. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Let's try to get maybe a clarifier for each card. So let's start with the Three of Wands because that was the first card out. All right, Spirit. Let's clarify these cards. Can you give me one card, please, for the Three of Wands? One card, please, for clarifying the Three of Wands. Thank you. The Hanged Man. This says sacrifice and waiting, perspective, lack of direction. Okay. So you could you want to grow and you want to expand, but there's something holding you back. And I just put it right under that ego. That kind of answered my question. So your ego could be keeping you stuck. Stuck in a situation where you're something that you don't want to give up. I just looked at the word sacrifice and Spirit said, yeah, give it up. So your ego is holding you back, is keeping you stuck from progressing in your life right now. And let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have Queen of Cups. Yeah, could be. Yeah, it's definitely an emotional situation that's keeping you stuck, that's holding you back. Okay, let's look at the world. Spirit, why is the world here? One card, please. Why is the world here? Thank you. King of Swords. You're getting truth. You're getting clarity. It's time to open up your mind and look at things logically. This says logical, analytical, emotionally detached, strict and serious, and you're in authority. But swords are about communication and clarity. And I feel like if you're the king of swords right now, yes, you could be a little bit of detached from a situation, but overall, you are looking at things logically and truthfully with clarity and honesty. And it has to do with this cycle closing. The world is showing that there's a cycle that has ended, a pattern that has been closed out because you see the truth in something. Maybe you are recognizing that your ego is boastful. I don't usually say that word, so that was a spirit word. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've definitely had to stand up for yourself, for what you believe in the past. You've had to protect yourself from hearing from others, from pain that others inflicted on you. And maybe somehow you are harboring this guilt in a certain circumstance here. But yeah, let's look at the Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here, Spirit? Let's clarify the Hierophant, please. The Fool. Here's your freedom, the possibility, and adventure. So with the Hierophant, with this clarifying the Hierophant, you are freedom. You are becoming free, right? Just like the song I heard in the beginning, you're a butterfly and butterflies are free to fly. So fly away. You've learned something here. There's a higher learning that you were exposed to. And now you're taking that and you're going off and you're going to be free, open to new possibilities. You're not stuck anymore. If you go from the Hangman to the Fool's the number 0. That is the beginning, the absolute beginning of a new timeline. So you've become unstuck. You've realized something here. And Spirit's asking you to dream bigger. There's no bigger dream than to be the Fool, to have that freedom. But why is the 4 of Cups here? Wait, let me look at the bottom. With the Fool, there's the 9 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, your wish fulfillment is maybe to be free. But there's a wish fulfilled in this situation. But I'm curious about the 4 of Cups. Spirit, why is the 4 of Cups here? Clarify the 4 of Cups, please. strength. Yeah. Strength is here. Courage, confidence, willpower, inner power. Yeah. So number 8, strength is here. You've had to break free, I'm hearing. Okay. So you've had to break free, and it took a lot of strength. It took a lot of strength to move forward, find emotional stability. But your confidence is growing. Your confidence is growing, and you're starting to realize that you have ambitions in life. You can be excited again. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Energetic, again, fearless. That's strength, right? Okay, why is justice here? Let's clarify justice, Spirit. Why is justice here? Thank you. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands with justice. So the scales, sorry, have balanced. Wow, my mind went off on a weird, right? Okay, so there's balance restored. There's passion restored. Because the Queen of Wands, I'm hearing the word ritual. So she's like the witch, right? The witch of the tarot, the Queen of Wands. But she's smart, right? She's ambitious. There are things that she knows that none of the other queens know, right? So there could be a ritual that you're doing right now to bring about more balance, right? Balance out the scales of justice here. Reclaim. Ooh, okay, so reclaiming something. Reclaiming. Okay, what else? Okay, the moon. The moon is something's hidden, not seeing the full picture. Intuition also. So I feel like this Queen of Wands is really using her intuition too to bring about some type of ritual. You could be planning a ritual soon. Maybe a moon ritual. But there's a secret. There's a secret here. Why is the Two of Wands here? Let's clarify Two of Wands, Spirit. Clarify Two of Wands, please. Nope. All right, I'm going to put this down because we got a few cards. We got Judgment. So again, here's your release. Releasing the guilt. Letting go. Awakening to something new. And maybe this ritual has some kind of something becomes exposed, right? I was talking about that secret. You release this guilt that you're harboring, and there's something that's exposed. It's going to be different for everybody. I could speculate, but let's look at the other cards. We also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So I think it has something to do with your money. I mean, this is grounded financial type of energy. The Knight of Pentacles is of the slower knights. He's the slowest of all the knights. But the knights are on missions. And so I feel like you're on this mission to build your finances. Page of Pentacles also is about a message, right? A message of financial planning, goal-oriented. But your money's improving. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You've definitely been fighting the good fight on that front. All right, but why is the Nine of Swords here, Spirit? Please clarify the Nine of Swords. Woo. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles for the 9 of Swords, and 8 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. You've definitely felt trapped here. Very surprised the Devil didn't come out, but you have felt trapped in a cage of your own making. You have devised this cage where you are, you know, your own victim. You have gotten stuck in this inner loop in your mind, right? 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. This is trapped, victimized, right? Helpless feeling. Oh, look at that. You have the 3 of Wands at the bottom. So there's a change of events happening, and you're about to grow and expand. But you do have to get past this trapped middle of the night pain. I'm hearing suffering. But the Queen of Pentacles is showing that it's time to nurture yourself. Let go of the ego, release any of this guilt, focus on you. And everything else is going to fall into place. There's a bigger dream here at play. And you're breaking free. You're breaking free from ancestral patterns, and you're seeing beyond your current circumstances, right? You're letting go of the ego. You're releasing this guilt. And now you're at the Fool. You are free to begin a new timeline, a new life, a new chapter, right? One where you're calling the shots. You're not stuck anymore. You know the truth. You have the strength. You have the ambition, right? You have the money coming towards you, and the self-care, the confidence that you're building. That's priceless. That is priceless. Okay, so I'm going to move this deck out of the way, and we're going to answer your question. So I want you to take a minute to think about the question that you would like to have answered. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to shuffle my deck. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Think about that question that's burning in the back of your mind that you just want answered. All right, so I will pull more than one card and just take the one that fits your question the most. All right. I am going to move these cards out of the way, though, just to give me a little bit more room. Okay. All right, Spirit. I hope you've thought about your question. I just want to take this time. Spirit, let's answer the burning questions that this collective has been focusing on at this time. All right, Spirit, let's give us 3 cards. All right, we got 2 right off the bat. Communicate clearly. So we got to communicate clearly. Choose a new direction. And then we're going to get one more. One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, wow. Big, happy changes. Big, happy changes are here for you. I love that. Yes. So somebody here needs to choose a new direction and communicate clearly. But big, happy changes are here. I will look at the bottom of the deck and wait. Wow, we have success. Success is at the bottom of the deck. So this could be the answer to somebody else's question, but so far this looks good. And I feel like we're on the right path. You're free. You're the fool. I know that sounds kind of bad, the fool, but you're taking those steps towards freedom. I just saw the word freedom again. Freedom is here. You're a butterfly, free to fly. So fly away. And spirits, even if you had a question about this reading, this is your new direction. This is a new direction. But please be cautious about your ego. Don't let that drive you. Whatever guilt you're harboring, let it go. Okay? All right, that's my message for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to send you some good energy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Angels, ancestors, and guides, thank you for being here. I'm sending so much good energy to my watchers. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Just let this energy carry you away like the butterfly, right? Let it help you find your freedom and be free. You are strong, you are independent, and you can do this. You can do this thing called life. All right. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.